Salutations, everyone. Before we go back in, let's we have a Reaper point to add to our list here. Let's take more dodge. Could be the worst. Could not be the worst. All right. So super quick here, we are on our. Oh, I guess I should load up the Facebook. The Facebook in the AM seems to be the time when we're most likely to get Facebook comments. So we're back on our Warlock. I figured things played out basically exactly like I was afraid they were going to, right? So I wanted to play something different. I'd like to mix it up a little bit. But then I sit at the computer and I'm just like, I'm too tired to think. Let's just play DDO. And here we are. So we're on our Warlock and we're level 13. We have rank 69, so we're going to knock out this quest, probably the next quest, and that'll probably take us to here, we might guess. And then we'll see about getting the rest of this bar up. We've been basically one rank behind for the last while. I'd like to get that fixed. For those of you who are interested, here's a quick... Oh, we have an action point to spend also. Interesting. We can finally take this mass confusion. I think I liked mass confusion, which is why I started to work my way up here. Yeah, maybe we should just save it. We get to pick a spell focus. This costs 3. Wow, okay. Oh, but it's in addition to this. Alright, well that's kind of cool. So yeah, we can either pick up the first thing of mass confusion. Yeah, alright. We'll leave that point for now. Anyway, so let's get into the action. Oh, I should probably jump into a voice chat. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Hey, Talab's here this morning. Hey, buddy. You can always tell when Talab's here because he starts us off with our ad. And when he's not here, we don't run ads very much. We need to do a better job of running our ads. Back to a normal stream with the same stuff, tone, and attitude. Sort of. Sort of. So I really considered... I mean, I sat here and I'm like looking at the different icons. I'm like clicking both. I'm like, which one do we start? Which one do we start? Yeah, I'm gonna start this. Alright, let's turn on our blah 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 blast. Imagine this will be pretty quick. Dealing with these waves. Again, probably not as fast as with the Sork, but it's still been pretty good. I guess we could, like, web or something, too. That would be sweet, wouldn't it? Tentacles? Tentacles? Maybe throw a web? Throw a web over there where we're not at. There we go. Hey! Look at this. Man, Tentacles keeps looking better and better. It doesn't get put out like Web does, etc., etc. Aw, poor guy. Poor guy didn't make it. Alright, let's just charm this one for now. Let's go get a heal really fast. He should pause the spawning. But if not, that should give them something to attack. Why I go get a heal. Okay. Somebody's firewall. Why can I not dismiss the charm on him? Is it because he's actually not charmed? Yeah, he's casting harmful spells. Samius no likey. This looks like a bug. This looks like a really bad bug. Oh boy. What do we do? What do we do about this? This is insane. Right? Isn't it? This is crazy, isn't it? Alright, here we go. What the heck? Wear the party hat. Wear the party hat, but doesn't work on our side. Doesn't take damage. Hits us with hostile spells. That was insane. Lampshade's too good. You don't want to let go. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Who would? Who would ever want to leave the Samius Club? Alright. I'm gonna blow my hunker. I'll be right back. Excuse me. It is first thing in the morning after all. Alright. And back. Adam says the lampshade game is on point. Oh my goodness. We started another one. Another lampshade fanatic devotee. Next emote equals Samius Club. Let's check out all these emotes here. We should probably start with the tentacles, huh? Yeah, I should start with the tentacles for sure. Whoa! We failed something real bad, didn't we? What? The Tahaka? Alright, let's get back to work here. Let's throw one of these too. Man, that was crazy. I should not have taken my eyes off of the game to read chat. Thought I was pretty safe, and then all of a sudden I looked down at 4 hit points. It's pretty crazy. Emote could be a club sandwich wearing a yellow shade. Oh man. There's another guy immune to fire, so we're gonna have to remember to hit this button to fight him. Run away, run away, run away, he says. Alright. Let's see. Let's get some heals. Look at that, isn't that much better? All of a sudden, our red bar is on par. Where it's supposed to be. Yeah, the second someone says that I'm not a Peter account, I pretty much know it's a Peter account. The other thing you can do is just look and see who's all in that, who's all in the participants, and if someone like jumps in and out, then it's pretty easy to tell. Let's see. Nah, you're fine. You can run the lampshade hype. It's okay. Famine Reaper. We really don't want to get activated on these traps here. Did I get any sleep? Yeah, I slept for a few hours. Stop being 5 for the stream before you go to sleep. Well, isn't that just like we're all just helping each other get to sleep? Come on, come on. Ugh. So this is the other advantage of the air Sork. At this level, we could just wing around. Oh, he jumped by my lampshade. Put on your sexy hat. Alright. Oh, come on. We're almost at the point where these guys will start leashing back. Perfect. So this has been one of the problems with this life, in my opinion, is the having to go in and out of the stance to like smash walls and things like that. What's this sleep sing that we're talking about? I don't know. It's one of those doodads. Did you go around and make yourself 60 different accounts to subscribe yourself, Peter? That's pretty hot. So how do you have 56 subscribers with no content? Alright. So we're just going to examine this and then use it. Boom! I don't know if this hurts this guy or not, but I don't want to be sitting here taking a bunch of... Alright, good. I put some in there. I'm going to be taking a bunch of soul cruelty damage. That sounds unnecessarily bad. Let's go back to the YouTube side, or the Facebook side. Something you lack and require more of. Sleep? I feel that. I feel that. One particular thing I wish DDO would change about Against the Slave Lords is the bee honey trap that slows you down for like 9 minutes until you reach the bath to remove it. 9 minutes? Yeah, it's not... That whole chain, I think, is a little bit on the difficult side. You're good, bro. I believe you. Alright. Let's just get this stuff out of the way. Let's again use this. What kind of champ monster are you? An Archon? That does not sound fun. But at least it's awakened to the fire damage. So if we're lucky, now we can do our tentacles and it'll be keep it from healing. Perfect. Perfect. Why does this not say live anymore? Are we all... Did Facebook already break? Okay, it did not. It's like, what the S, Facebook? What the S? I can't figure out this, the Facebook just randomly breaking. And stopping the stream. So Mondays you're going to start a arena stream whenever I stop streaming DDO on Monday mornings. Could be good. I mean, you are like mythic now, right? So Uber. The Uberist. I do have a Discord. I don't really link the Discord currently. People are welcome to get invitations for like the text portions and stuff like that. But I don't share the on-air portion of the Discord currently. I think you're 150 right now. Show Uber. Yeah, I'm glad this water elemental is just like not doing anything to me. I think people really like the tail. I think that's what it is. It's the tiefling tail. People dig it. People dig it, yo. Alright, time for the... I don't want to say the tough part of the stream, of the quest here. We're definitely approaching the tougher part of this quest. Lately, I don't want to say lag per se, but there's been a chunkiness to the game. Alright, let's set a big trap here. I wish I could do these live streams on Twitch for DDO, but I'd be living to 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. window. I'm not a very comely looking person and would only be on microphone. I mean, so first of all, don't let your fear of not being popular keep you from doing something you want to do, specifically like stream DDO or whatever. Keep in mind that the game has all types. And if you have a window that a lot of, like, for example, when I go to log off at 2 o'clock in the morning, most of the time, 2 o'clock in my time, most of the time there's no one for me to raid over to. Right? I'm not really sure when. We only get 2 of those. Interesting. Anyway, so like before I go to bed or before I log off, it's it's difficult to kind of get to throw it somewhere. And I like to raid other DDO people if I'm playing DDO, right? I don't really throw raids to non-DDO groups currently. But if I'm playing DDO, I like to raid the DDO people when I'm done. The thing is that often at 2 o'clock in the morning, when I'm ready to log off, there's not another DDO person playing. I'm often the last man standing. That's a sexist. I'll throw it to a woman as well. I don't like this. I don't like the blade barrier. Oh, get out the way. Get away with your blade barrier shenanigans. Oh, this is bad. We're gonna get killed right here. Dang it! Dang it! That is some S. Let's throw it back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having a tough time with this death today. I love how you fail one saving throw, or you don't even have a chance to pass that saving throw. You just get blown down, and then you just never get back up again because there's so many guys casting that gust on you now. When the quest was designed, they didn't blow you down quite so hard. But now it's just, it feels like it has become an auto murder you. Feels bad, man. Put a hat on. You put a hat on. You saved. I don't like that. There you go. The boulder just like slightly out of my range. There we go. And then I managed to get hit by the explode. I don't understand again. I felt like it was never within range, and then I got knocked down by the boulder. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's been some sluggishness lately. I just understand. Alright. Alright, where's our peeps at? It said we had like 7 or 10 or 15 or whatever people. Now we've fallen again. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully people will trickle in if they're not already around. You're keen on watching something good in the early evening tonight? Wow. Your subtlety for ads, my friend. So what Talab is trying to tell like the 4 people watching is that today is our pen and paper game tonight. We're going to be playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Talab is DMing. I'm playing. A bunch of people are playing. Lord only knows exactly how many people are going to be streaming it. Could be 100 people streaming it for all I know. But it'll be a lot of fun. So if you get a chance to come by, you should definitely consider hanging out. If not, you'll be able to watch the replays over on Facebook or Slab usually rehosts or restreams it a couple of times throughout the week. Man, so this guy's just like straight up immune. Because even awakening the fire damage with him with this is not doing anything. It's like the pack's not on. Let's toggle our pack stuff. In case for whatever reason it's not on. Yeah, subtlety is not your strength, my friend. Oh. Yeah, I don't understand why we're just not doing pack damage. I wound you, sit. I don't understand. I really would like to figure out why we're not doing pack damage now. So we'll just stand here and trade, like, catch. You catch my fireball and I'll catch your fireballs. Let's go. What if I somehow broke something? Alright, let me go back and check Facebook. All I know is I noticed last night my head started feeling a lot better. About 3 o'clock. And I finally found a comfortable way for my head and neck to sit last night. Finally felt like I was getting some reasonable sleep, and now I'm wide awake again. Totally wide awake again. Wide awake again. Alright, so we need to be a little bit careful, because I don't think, yeah, our hands don't set these buildings on fire. It's not too big of a deal. I did remember my Staff of Arcane Power, so if we don't get any free light ups, it's not the end of the multiverse. It, of course, would be lovely if we could get some of these guys to set these things on fire for us. It's not the War Chanters that'll do it. It's the vines. Hey, you wanna set this town on fire for me? I don't think this guy will do it either. Everything's in place, just damage feels really bad today, I guess, for whatever reason. Alright, pull out our fireball stick. Let's do it again. Do it one more time. Hey. There we go. Perfect. So this is One of the rare lives, I genuinely don't want to follow the poo. So we'll clear this aggro. We'll cast Featherfall. We'll do our best to avoid it. All that jazz. One empty bucket. One bucket of stinky poo poo. We're going to even D-door because we're so paranoid about screwing up the landing in the poo. We don't want to land in any poo today. Put the poo in the drinking water. Come on. When she starts to do that, we need to switch our token. Alright, everything looks good. Let's loot our chesticles. Delicious. So the Medusas spawn if you do certain optionals along the way. It's like if you come over here, it'll say, "Oh, we could poison their drinking water if only we had something to do that." And then you go over and you get the bucket from the collectible thing, get some poo, come back, put it in the water. Just like you notice I set all those tents on fire. Right? And the reason why we did that will be to summon the next Medusa. We'll be doing here in just a second. Whoosh. Double check this does not set things on fire. No, it doesn't. Alright, so that tent's on fire, the Medusa will spawn up here. Sweet. Garment of Equilibrium. So, normally, in the old day, Garments of Equilibrium were just something that you basically left in the chest, or maybe you hold around to sell. But you were not, after like your first 1 or 2 or 3, because they broke constantly, you weren't not that excited for them anymore, right? But now, with these sentient items sentient gems kind of doing their sentient gem thing, it's not as bad as it once was. Then you at least have something you can do with them. And as you guys know, that my sentient gems like it Has 5 slots now, basically just feeding it the junk that I'm getting while leveling. Kaboom! They both saved? Really? There we go. Take your fiery points of goodness damage. So many goodness! This is where people will get back in that argument of tieflings are evil. I'm not evil, I don't want to be evil. Alright, anything? No, that's good. Poof. Kiss my boo-boo. Recently witched 1,000 favor on my account and got a notification of veteran status that I already had. Wish DDO would put a total amount somewhere on the favor list. There's a total favor. Total favor. So if you go to your patrons page under the Adventure Compendium, scroll to the bottom. Or, I'm sorry, granted. The main thing to keep in mind is that often you'll have to log out and log back in for the favors to update. Like, you'll get the favor right away, but it won't update on that sheet until after you log out and log back in. And I'm not sure why, but that does happen sometimes. I don't know how much of this song I like. Watch my eyes as I jump. Yeah, sounds like a little bit of a degrading. We're gonna switch out of that. Really suck at crafting and using items that would be more beneficial in combat. Yeah, I mean, it all takes time. I guess I left Durham on run around mode. Wasn't my intention. Alright, let's fire off one of these here. Should be okay now though. Durham, get rest. Maybe start making with the healing. There you go, buddy. Alright, I did not mean for Durham to even get down here, so we'll just leave him down there. Tell him to heal himself a little bit. Why aren't you healing yourself? Why aren't you healing yourself? Yeah, kind of like this confused monster thing that happens with your blasts. It's pretty nice, actually. So the reason we like to fight the Medusas now, not only do we get chests for doing it now, as opposed to doing it later, but then we also don't have to fight them between the waves. Which is nice. Second Garments of Equilibrium. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Reaper. I'm more worried about the dogs tripping me and letting you do some damage. Dance and dance and dance and dance and dance and dance and dance. There's an adorable little video of a girl singing that the song "Will You Go to the Prom with Me." I'm not sure who it's by. I want to say Marilyn Manson, but I'm not 100%. And she's just like this adorable little lady, and it's just, "Will you go to the prom with me?" Like making little, like putting her fingers in her dimples and stuff, and she is totally adorable. And then and dance, and she's just like, "Rah." It is hilarious. If you get a second, you should see if you can find it. I would find it for you, but I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. We can't disable the traps this life, so I'm not even going to bother with taking the sweet time or anything. We're just going to get it knocked out. It's probably also part of the reason why our XP is a little bit lower. Yeah, we're picking up some of the box XP bonuses, but we're also... missing quite a bit. Probably should have charmed these spellcasters, actually. Oh yeah, we can't. Never mind. She won't become hurtable until all the NPCs are defeated. There's people trickling in. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day.
The King of Subtlety is here.
Oh my goodness. What am I gonna do now? Your royal pain in my highness.
I try. So how's the
had fire today.
It's not too bad. My neck is getting pretty sore, which means it's probably going to build up pretty fast, but not too bad right this moment, like a 2. That's always one of the things that I can't impress upon people. It's like every day's a 2. At least. Like, 2's the minimum. What? That's terrible. It is terrible.
Oh, goodness. So, Arena just released their 3rd event. And it's called Storm the Citadel. It's Singleton. And they're using the London Mulligan.
Yeah, well, I mean, the London Mulligan is technically allowable now.
Yep.
And will be the thing, you know, what, next month?
With Core 2020, whenever that comes out.
Yeah, I think it's next month.
Oh god, is that next month?
All I know is this weekend is No Sleep Samius weekend. I didn't even realize. For the, I mean, it probably won't be quite that bad.
Modern Horizons?
Yeah, but Modern Horizons.
I can't imagine you getting that many people to do like a midnight release or anything.
I don't know, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we have a pretty reasonable draft community, but they often don't like doing things that are extra, so we'll see what happens.
Isn't it the draft like $40 or something like that?
I think I think we're doing them for 25 this weekend. So.
Wow, wish I lived in your area.
Yeah, well, that can be arranged.
That would require me to have money, much money.
Well, much less money, probably. I mean, escaping California requires money, yes. But much less to live. One of the reasons we were, hey, little brother likes the littlest of the brothers. Is that right? Yeah, we'll call him the littlest of the brothers. Likes the video today. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Over on Facebook. How am I going? I forgot already. I want to get a little bit more XP here. Why some of the XP is fast and furious. We could repeat some giant hold quests. That would be probably the fastest way to go. So let's just do that. But I think event chores. Yeah, I don't want to do that. And I don't really feel like doing those. Yep, so we'll just quickly hit a couple more giant hold quests. Just repeat really fast. But anyway, yeah, the draft community here is not terrible.
Yeah, ours was okay.
Yeah, it could be stronger, but it would be okay for it to get, you know, get fixed. So when a Twitch comment shows up on YouTube, you ate basically commenting on your own stream. So yes, the way that restream works, so the comments show up later in the later if someone rewatches the video, it does automatically repost using my account. And I could make like a different account, I think, to make those comments. I'm not sure actually. Like, I don't know if I can make a like a Twitch importer. I don't know. It's just nice to have the Twitch chat also on YouTube for the playback. That, and it's also the way that it just works. But anyway, we have a relatively decent little a little community when it comes to drafting. The big thing is like a couple of the guys, they don't come on Saturday. They refuse to play on Saturday for whatever reason. They're like, nope, Saturday is my XYZ day, like bowling day or whatever. It's like, okay. But they'll stay and they'll draft at midnight, or they'll do sealed at midnight or whatever. So they're totally fine staying up until 5 or 6 in the morning to get their draft on or their sealed on. But heaven forbid they move their bowling day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I get to stay up, run the drafts, or run the sealeds or whatever, and then jump into I just like autopilot back into Elite or Reaper. I wanted to do Elite for first time bonus. Can you do a real life meetup? There will be a point in the future where I will have the bus, and when I have the bus, I'll be driving around the US, and hopefully I'll be, you know, continuing to stream and stuff on the bus. That's part of the reason we're building the community now, is once we are in the bus, it'll be even more so important to have the stream up and running and generating funds, the stream and the YouTube videos and stuff like that. So one of the things we will be doing, hopefully, with the bus, is we'll let people know where we are, and we'll be able to hang out and do stuff. Like, we already have plans to obviously go to Kansas City and meet some people there. We already have plans to, like, at some point we'll probably go to somewhere in California. I know California is like 7 hours up or like long, but we'll probably pick at least one spot there, maybe a couple spots there. I know V-Love has already offered us to crash in his guest house. I don't know if that's going to continue to be the thing, but if I go park my bus up in V-Love's house for a couple of weeks, I'm sure I can arrange some sort of hangout. Talab has offered to make me a barbecue.
Some delicious pulled pork.
There you go. So, I mean, there's lots of people around the country who have offered me places to stay and blah blah blah, and that's really nice. So,
I've got a driveway that fits your bus problem.
See, so it's all a matter of getting all the plans in place. I know we're going to go visit my brother in Seattle. We're going to visit my other brother in Oklahoma. We're probably going to end up visiting Jerry and Steiner Davian up in obviously the Boston area, and I'm trying to think where Steiner moved to now. He's not, I don't think he's in that same area anymore. Lessa has offered us a place in Texas to stay while we're doing stuff. Aw, you ditches my nice request. What? I'm literally saying that I'll be all over the place, and we'll never, we'll see what happens. I have no problems meeting people someday. Hanging out and doing stuff. This is where I'd make a adult joke, but it's this time of the day, so we will not. I gotta make a run to Canada. The wife and I obviously want to spend some time in Alaska. So, I mean, we really want to explore the U.S. all around, and wherever I'm at, people want to hang out and do stuff, then we'll be there. Otherwise, the next time that we do like a hangout type thing will probably be like a Gen Con or some other kind of convention. Which is a lot of fun, in my opinion. I love Gen Con. Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. I don't plan on wintering in Alaska. I just plan on spending a couple of months there during the summer. And then what do I know? Maybe we'll love it. We'll winter there. I don't know. I was tagged in a post by Dustin. Alright, we'll go take a quick second and see what kind of terrible... Dustin is one of my more left-leaning friends, so usually when I get... Oh, no, he's, the official announcement for Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I suspect we'll be putting a lot of that game on stream, probably. Should look and see if there's, like, a streamer preview thing for that.
Ooh, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
You let me know if you find one.
I will, if I see one. I said I don't often actually take the time to do that, but there was Satisfactory, which is a game that I looked at really hardcore for a while. Until I kind of realized it ran a similar engine to some of the other... Like, it kind of looks like this, but then it moves a little differently.
Right.
I was watching some other people stream it.
Oh, you wanted me to remind you when I got on to mod me in Discord.
Okay.
So I can get Mike into Discord.
Let's see if I can figure out where to do that at.
Because as it stands right now, I can't generate a link. You gotta go server settings, go under my name, and then give me the mod role. Oh, you just did.
Yeah, I didn't have to go through all those hoops. I just had to get your name highlighted the right way. Which is what I was trying to... I was like, man, this would just be so much easier if he was on. Let's see, we just want to do Elite for the first time bonus. Oh man, I hate having to repeat quests, but if you're gonna repeat quests, there's the worst ones to repeat than Giant Hold. Giant Hold walk-ups. Yeah, my neck is flaring up. Is going to be no bueno in a couple hours. And I already put pain cream on, so I can't even try to get that to knock everything down by a few percentage points. Man, I tell you, the difference between Reaper and Elite on something like this Warlock is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, suddenly your damage is like halved or quartered or whatever it is normally, and then all of a sudden your damage goes is unpenalized. Is that a word? Unpenalized. And it's like, oh, we're back. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I think we got lucky yesterday with that jump potion. How's my foot that was split open? It's still pretty sore today, actually. The wife gave it a pretty good scratch yesterday. No, she didn't mean to wound me, but it's
I don't know. I think she heard us talking about buying her a vacuum cleaner, and she got a little angry.
I don't know. Our vacuum cleaner is currently having a problem, so she might be happy with the vacuum cleaner, or at the very least getting that one fixed. But it is healing. It is healing pretty quickly. It's just a matter of time, obviously. Really surprised it's taking quite so long to heal. It was very deep. So, I'm thinking about emailing like literally every stream to the Chronicle now.
To get more traffic.
Well, I mean, just because I go and I look at the Chronicle and it's the same guys every time, and
yeah,
it's just like I feel very rarely mentioned anymore. It's like, well,
yeah,
you know, like TR every day, or not every day, but you know, about once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And half of the streams are good for everybody. You know, like I should probably just do that. And then Shu made some comment about how is that still the same email to send things to?
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, if people are sending emails in every time, then that makes sense why I don't get mentioned very often. But I don't know if I really want to send an email every day, basically. But maybe I should. Or maybe I just put the playlist together of all the videos that are still together and just be like, you can now rewatch Samius's whatever life. Uh-oh. Knocked down. We've got poison dot. We could die. So if we ever get up, let's throw a heal. Yeah, okay, we're good, yeah. Hello, Axel. So why we're talking about Axel, wink, I reached out to the DDO Axel that I am referencing.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, he's actually been told about somebody out there claiming to be him fraudulently, and that this has actually happened to a couple of other of the YouTube people, or the DDO YouTube people, which is kind of interesting.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good, man.
Quest is doing quite good. Just tearing through it.
Everybody talks about like Axel, and I used to play with a guy named Azo, and I thought that was who people were talking about.
No, Axel, definitely a different guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the quest is going good. We're just zerging through a couple of quick and easy elites just to get a few more XP before we take level 14.
All the XPs.
Yeah. Distributed, who TR is a little bit faster than I do when he plays, but he'll play more hours than I will. Like if he's off and he's playing, he'll play like 12 or 14 hours. And I basically cap myself around, you know, that 8-hour, 10-hour mark at the most in a day. I don't want to be sitting at the computer playing a game like that so consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we're doing like a fundraising day. And so he'll get ahead of me often. But we were talking about his leveling mechanic, and he, as soon as he can do Ravenloft, he does Ravenloft twice, grabs the Saga, goes to Giant Hold, does Giant Hold twice, grabs the Saga, and I don't know if he's gonna continue that with the with Sharn now, but I would not be surprised. Let's see, how close are we to a level? Not too far. If I could grab just like a little bit more XP. Yeah, this is fine. Close enough. Close enough. We now get Binding Chain added to our spell list. It's cool. I want Symbol of Persuasion. We're definitely doing a charm-like thing here. Alright, now where is this Hurl Through Hell? Is it not a...
I thought it was like a feat.
Let's just hit the DDO wiki real fast. The Warlock page. Is it the special... Do we get 14? No. I mean, I assumed it was going to be something... just Google, or not Google it, let's get, yeah, so 15, Fiend Pact and Not Good, okay, so 15, now where does it say that over here on this list? Alright, so yeah, it's a pack special ability. Okay. So that means we get to choose between... Oh, we definitely want that. think I want this. We could also put in this one really quick. Grab +2 to our DCs to our charm school. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to worry about right this second? I don't think so. There might be a better ring now at 14. But I can't think of one right off the top of my head. I guess we can look really quickly. We can rebuff anyway. I need to figure out what to do with that Jace now that I think about it. I don't think I sold it to anybody. Did I loan it to somebody?
Mind Sculptor?
Yeah. I just happened to refresh my Twitter page and somebody's selling one.
Yeah, I could use one more Jace. Got one in my Wizards EDH deck. I'd like one in my Amanatu deck.
Let's check our rings at 14. Again, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I'm just like, oh, of course, how could I forget? But that would be exactly what it's like. I would not remember.
Alright.
Excuse me. Curse-Bane focus. If we're on a melee, we'd be using Ring of the Stalker, obviously. For range. Oh, we have the Celestial Ruby Ring at 15 now, but that's not one that we're that excited about. The Pendant Sky at 15, we'll have to compare that to the other stick. At 15, they probably are going to be pretty comparable. Oh, here's the question. Alright, Tlab, this is a good... So I've been carrying around these Charisma Spectacles of Resistance plus 10 each. That I got, I don't know, someplace. Long time ago. Over when I still played the Forgotten Realm side. So this is a life, obviously, that Charisma would matter. So right now our Charisma item is our +6 Kindred Spirit. But it would also break our set. And it would remove our Conjuration focus. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. This Conjuration is boosting our web quite a bit. So yeah, I don't think it's worth it now. But there's a world out there where putting this Charisma goggles on will matter. If this was an int goggle, there's so many lives, I would just slam it. But yeah, okay. I think I talked myself back out of it. It's also bound to character when you equip it. So there'll be one more item I have to work into my gear TR cache situation. Which, as we know from last time, is already pretty much maxed. Excuse me. The lack of sleep from yesterday is starting to catch back up again. That's alright. We're in good shape. Probably grab a nice long nap this afternoon when we're done streaming. And then stay up really late, sleep in really late. Tomorrow morning stream is probably canceled. Which is the other reason that I decided to go ahead and play DDO this morning. Is that I will not be around tomorrow. I'll be sleeping in as late as I can get away with tomorrow, in case I end up staying super late at the arena tomorrow night. Like I said, it is pre-release weekend. We're just doing drafts, and like I said, it really is a crapshoot. I don't think we're gonna have too many people wanting to do $25 drafts, but we might have like 8 or 9 people who are very interested in doing several drafts. So I might have, one group there that wants to do like 2 drafts or 3 drafts, and then, in which case it will be a very long weekend for this Samius. And it would not surprise me one little iota that, like I said, these guys are interested in dropping, 50 or $75 to draft 3 times. But they won't come on Saturday, which we have a Saturday one, which I don't think will do anything at all. And then, I think we have another one on Sunday, which might do something, but I'm not going to go. I already told everybody I won't be there on Sunday. I have pre-existing plans. It would be a different story if I thought that the Sunday one was gonna be full and there'd be all these people, but I don't think the Sunday one's gonna be that busy either. And I could be totally surprised and we might have nobody want to draft $25 drafts. I don't know. What I do like is that starting with, I think the 20, the new core set, I think they're going to let us do Friday Night Magic pre-releases.
Yeah.
And I hope they continue to do that because people seem to be very excited about that, and that could easily become our...
It's just going to add another one as a problem. It's stores will start doing 6 of them instead of 5 or whatever,
Well, I'm actually really hoping that it will change the... I know that we have a bunch of people. I believe that people voted that we will still do a midnight one. This go around, but usually the people who want to do pre-releases like doing several of them in a row. So, at least for us. So people coming and doing the Friday Night Magic and then sticking around doing a midnight one seems pretty likely. Lindsay Hill commented a link that I am tagged in. I suspect this is probably a Dustin link. But it could be a DDO link. Yeah, it's another person excited about Baldur's Gate 3. One of, so my friend Dustin, he is a magical creature. Somehow he always has a girlfriend and not really a side chick because he's really a one woman at a time kind of guy, but the next one lined up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like when something inevitably happens and he and girlfriend A break up, you know, he's got like a week of mourning or 2 weeks of mourning, whatever it is. God bless him. He's a great guy. I love him to death. And I'm not even going to put a button here. He knows how to. He knows how to. I'm just trying to figure out how to go into this without putting a button. He knows how to cultivate friendships into a romantic relationship very quickly when the time comes. I'm really curious how often the breakups turn into because of some sort of jealousy situation, because pattern recognition has got to kick in on these ladies eventually, right? I feel like that you have to. Let's see. Speaking of, did I take the one thing? I did not, right? No, I did not. Okay. Welcome in Finley. Hope you're having a great day, my friends. Yeah, I never that person, but I see some of my other friends. They feel like I think they struggle to get that next, you know, especially after a bad breakup. But not Dustin. Dustin's looking for love, my friends. He's looking for that forever relationship, and not gonna take these setbacks lying down. That's for sure. I can respect that. So anyway, when I start to see people like respond to his posts or something that I'm tagged in, I'm like, oh, well, this is not a current girlfriend, so this must be the next girlfriend. I love these kind of songs where there's like the techno beep type thing in there. I see I took Consumed. Did I also take Stricken? Yeah. Or no, I didn't take Stricken. I don't know. Hang on, let me look at the thing. I can never remember which of these things I took. Yeah, I haven't started moving up this line. I'm not sure how much I'm going to. Mostly I have it for this melee power and the cone. I do like the cone, I think. But like, this didn't seem great. This did not seem amazing, although maybe it'd be fine. And of course that sounds bad, so especially at low level when I needed more getting things done. This was our biggest attack. Oh, it's not the button I meant to push. Yeah, this is the positive note I'm gonna make about Warlocks right now, and I'll probably continue to say this in the future if people ask. If you want a spellcaster, but you don't want the the like stress of being a spellcaster, play a Warlock. It's like 360, I think. I'll pull it up exactly in a second. It could be better, but I'm not 100% sure how much higher we're going to be able to get it effectively now. 340 or 374. Like I could boost it 10 more or 15. I think it's 10 more with potions. Yeah, it could be better. Next level, it'll jump again. So right now we're using a 77 stick. We'll be able to put in at the very least, the bigger necklace, but I don't think we'll do that. I think we'll probably examine something else. Also, there's an orb that gives a quality fire or something. There's another stacking bonus that we can grab. Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. Like if we could get it to 400, it would be significant. And then if we had an orb, we could pick up this 10. This is universal, right? Yeah, this is universal. That might not make a big difference. That'll help the non-fire power. I thought there was something in here that gave me fire. Here we go. So we'll be able to take this one. Grab an extra 20 spell power there. So like, I think we'll be able to get quite a bit more fire spell power, but maybe not for another level or two. Oh, I meant to start this fire. Oh, I didn't want to kill that guy. Okay, so everything's coming up at the same time. Let's just tentacle here, web there. Let's see if we can't. Is my name Dija? Yeah, I don't... I'm still funny. Alright, that should get his aggro firmly on me. Alright, are you comedy and gamer? I try to be. I try to make jokes. I mean, not every minute of every second of every day, but if there's something to riff on, I will riff on it.
He got jokes.
Yeah, I mean, pretty funny, I think. Not just looking, but
Oh, you're too quick for me.
but witty. I don't know, I do a lot of, again, commentary type things when people are kind of in the mood. Well, again, I don't necessarily do the comedy straight up all the time.
There's a time and a place.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, unfortunately, we're in a situation where a lot of the jokes I like to crack are currently inappropriate for this time of day, but you know, I try to crack some jokes, try to make the wise. I used to do a comedy podcast with my co-host Lessa about Dungeons and Dragons called DDO Cocktail Hour. I say used to because schedule's kind of moved around and we have not had an opportunity to do one in a really long time. I get a lot of people asking us to figure it out, but how's my dog Tank? See, this is just it. You're definitely referencing me with somebody, some sort of reference, but I don't know what you're talking about. You're getting Fear Reapered. And I don't want to go back, so we're just going to try to get away from it. We might have a whole bunch of stacks. No, I just fell into the lava. Alright, I gotta go find this Fear Reaper now. I'm not going to be able to get out in time. God, so bad. Oh, we got out. We got out of the stacks. Sweet. Guess that worked out in our advantage. Somehow. There it is. Alright, we'll get it. Man, everybody and their uncle is hitting this Facebook post that Dustin has shared all of a sudden. So my niece, Aislinn, who I love, has been going through some issues for a while, right? People know. My day's been great. It's been the best day. And now she's made a post with a bunch of cry faces and say dudes are so stupid. Which leads me to believe that her and her ex were probably doing something again that they shouldn't be because she is dumb. And now her drug-addicted boyfriend is probably gone again. Would be my... if I were to make a guess. Ooh, alright, this is bad news, Berenstein Bears right here. Speaking of Berenstein Bears, Talab, are you still there?
I am.
How familiar are you with the Nelson Mandela effect?
Not at all.
Alright, so what happened to Nelson Mandela? Do you know?
Mm-mm.
Did he die in prison? Have you ever heard the name Nelson Mandela?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So most people would believe that Nelson Mandela died in prison.
Okay.
Almost everybody. Right? It's generally considered a thing that if you get Nelson Mandela, you died in prison. He did not. Right? He did not die in prison.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things is that comic book, or not comic book, that kids book I was just talking about with the bears.
Right.
Do you know what the name of that book series is?
The Berenstain Bears?
Is it Berenstein? Or how's it spelled?
I don't know.
So it's spelled Berenstain Bears.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things where they can they have all these little. Let me see if I can actually find some more examples here. Alright, here we go. The Nelson Mandela Equip. Alright, what colors are Uncle Sam's hat? You know, like the Uncle Sam wants you.
Oh, red and white, right?
Red and white is what you said. It is in fact blue and white.
Blue and white, okay.
This is not going to work because this is a visual one. So let me move on to another one in a second. They have a picture of a Kit Kat.
Okay.
And they have, can you spell Kit Kat?
KIT-KAT.
Okay, so you put a dash in there?
Yes, it did.
It does not have a dash.
It does? Really? Okay.
But most people, again, would think there's a dash in there. Then they have two different Fruit of the Loom icons.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically identical, except one has a. I'm trying to think what it's called real fast. Cornucopia, is that correct?
Cornucopia?
Cornucopia, thank you. Which one of those is the correct logo for Fruit of the Loom?
The one without, right?
That is correct. But again, most people would assume that would be the one with the cornucopia.
Hmm.
Like it's genuinely considered to be the thing.
Okay.
Can you describe to me the Target logo?
It's two red circles.
That is incorrect. It is a dot and a red circle. It is a bullseye. Alright, all these things are aggroed on me, yeah? Yeah, okay, still looks good. What does Jigsaw say in the Saw movies? I imagine you're a guy who has watched the Saw movies.
I want to play a game, or he goes on a spill about whatever crap they've done.
Alright, so there's three choices here. Would you like to play a game? I want to play a game. Do you want to play a game?
I want to play a game.
That is correct. So on Frosted Flakes, Tony the Tiger, blue nose or black nose?
Black nose.
That is incorrect. He has a blue nose. famous portrait of Henry VIII. What is he holding? Is it a glove or is it a turkey leg?
A glove.
That is correct. Of course, you can ask questions. Does Rich Uncle Pennybags wear a monocle on the Monopoly logo?
No.
Yeah, I think you're correct on that one. I think that one's a no. I don't think that's one that's gonna... The spelling ones are always tough in my opinion, but I'm just that kind of person. Let's see. What does Pikachu's tail look like? Is it... oh, go ahead. If you can
A
describe it.
lightning bolt?
Okay, does it have a black thing on the end or not?
Yes.
That is incorrect. Pikachu's tail does not have a black thing on the end. See, there's like a lot of these little things that are just like in the in the public eye that are accepted as true but are nowhere near true.
Mm-hmm.
So Toucan Sam is the mascot for what cereal?
Fruit Loops.
Alright, what kind of... How can you spell that?
It's FROOTLOOPS.
You are correct. Most people would spell that like fruit, like you'd regularly spell fruit.
Right.
Alright, but the biggest one is, of course, the Berenstein Bears stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it's Berenstein, not Berenstain.
Mm-hmm.
Or, wait, or is it the other way around? Berenstain, not Berenstein. I don't remember now. I just looked it up and it's wrong. Like I clicked the button, they're like, "You're wrong." I'm like, "No, I just looked at it." Looney Tunes. Spell the tunes in Looney Tunes.
TOONS. TOONE.
TOON.
ES.
That is incorrect. It is Looney Tunes. TUNES. I would have agreed with you there. I would have been like, nope, you're right. But anyway, so the Nelson Mandela basically is that the idea is that there's these huge cultural acceptances that are nowhere near true, but we all just kind of think we know the answer. And there's a whole slew of them, but I don't remember all of them off the top of my head right now. But I've seen a bunch of different things where they just have like tons and tons and tons of examples. It's a fun little rabbit hole to fall down if you have an hour or so to kill on YouTube. You just Google that S and you'll go for days. Did we get it? We did it. Anyway, I don't care if someone calls me DJ or whatever. It's whatever that is. That's some other YouTuber. It looks like it's some other YouTuber. It's like some YouTuber that gets in a lot of YouTube fights. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should get in some YouTube fights. Talab and I should have like a streamer fight.
Let's go.
Be like, I think pulled pork is dumb. And then we'd be in a fight. Can I call you Sean instead of Sam? It's fine. I may not respond. But I don't care. You're not going to insult me by calling me things. You're not going to insult me by using a name that's different. These are not things that matter to me. You just may not get your question answered because I may not know that you're talking to me. Man, today seems really slow. We've had a couple people pop in and out depending on where you're watching at. We've had, like I said, a couple people on YouTube, a couple people over on Facebook, a couple of people over on Twitch, but no like 80 people or whatever. Should probably raid the DDO stream, but I don't think there's anyone over there right now. Talab and I should have a boxing match. I mean, he would never see me coming.
Oh, that's low. Low blow there, buddy.
So, for those of you who don't know, Talab has he's working his way through some vision issues.
Working my way through my entire life.
He's working his way through some vision issues. So, I don't think those are kind of activities that Talab and I would be able to engage in together.
I mean, I wrestled all through high school. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Yeah, I think getting an opportunity to rub up against another guy and boxing's a slightly different story.
Mm-hmm.
Make a diss track on Talab? Yeah, that's not something I'm really into. Roast him? I mean, I think I pretty much gave him the best singer I'll ever be able to give him.
You're not wrong.
I'm just not like that. I mean, I might rag on somebody if they poke my button several times. But somebody who loves and supports the stream and not just as a supporter, but actively helps grow the stream, I'm not going to give them a hard time. Someone would have to come in and like actively poke and poke and poke and poke and poke. And even then it would depend on the day. Right? Like most of the time I'm not going to have a problem. So who's the dude in the background? Stop hiding, show your face. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Iron Man over here? Yeah, I would love for Iron Man to come down and like interact with the chat some more. That would be sweet. Ah, so my trans friend has finally been able to change names. On Facebook. For whatever reason, Facebook was given a hard time trying to get your name changed. Not
Mine?
No, my trans friends.
Oh, okay.
And I never really understood why, but
my friend had a difficulty with that when she changed.
no, I mean that guy who's being a cheeky stunt. Yeah, I'm not sure you're talking about, but I think we're borderline in here. If you yell Thundercats and they don't reply, ho, you can just get rid of them. You're literally talking about Tlab. Is that what you're saying? Tlab is also in the voice chat. I don't think that's been a secret. Is it a secret, Tlab, that you've been in the voice chat?
Yeah, I'm subtle.
Secrets.
I'm very subtle, you know.
Alright, let's see what's streaming. Let's see what's trending really fast here. Destiny 2, Stadia, Hit Mad, Omaha Beach, World War II, Baldur's Gate 3, D-Day, Normandy, D-Day 75th anniversary. Well, it's nice to see a bunch of people representing the remembering D-Day. It's pretty nice, actually. Also, I watched an interview with these guys that are going to be paratrooping out. They're recreating their anniversary jump. A lot of them are like 97. They're jumping in tangent though, but they're recreating their jump. It's live, I think, right now on. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna throw this up for a second. Like I said, we're a super pro military stream here, but yeah, they're getting ready to make the jumps. I don't want you to have my location here. But if you're interested, this is some of the people. Again, that's crazy. I watched an interview with a bunch of these guys, and it was very impressive that some of the things that they did, obviously. Quote unquote, the greatest generation. It's a pretty awesome group of guys. Basically saved Europe a couple of times, basically. What's so interesting about that? Well, what's interesting about it is the fact that these are people who went through some of the single toughest gruesome, bloodiest battles in history. Like, did they say how many people died on the D-Day beach there?
It was, you know, all odds stacked against them, and they were able to get through it.
Let's see here. They estimate... Why did we go to images? I meant to click on this. An estimated total of 70 to 85 million people perished, which is approximately 3% of the world population in 1940. Tables below give a detailed country-by-country count. Do we have just the... Here we go. World War II D-Day deaths. Omaha Beach was literally... there were so many people died on Omaha Beach that it took years for it to stop being stained red. It's a super important thing to remember, the idea that you know, this socialist party took over took over Germany, went crazy, started trying to take over the world. Like it's important facts to remember. Talab should stop being a ghost.
I mean, it's not my stream.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. He's hanging out, being a team player. So it's important to remember these things, you know, that the world came together to basically put an end to some of this up, down, up, down. Yeah, according to the Google box here, and just like quickly hitting the Google box, I think they said, where did it just go? Omaha Beach is 2,499 casualties from airborne troops. Utah Beach was around 200, including 60 missing. However, the U.S. 1st and 29th Divisions together suffered around 2,000 casualties at Omaha Beach. So yeah, it's pretty close to like 5,000 on Omaha Beach.
So I just hostage take that pig thing, and my opponent is like, it says "oops," like I didn't know what I was doing. Because you know it like
put it in
because it
shuffles it, right?
It tucks it. Yeah, it tucks it, and he's just like, "Oops," and I'm like, "No, I fully meant to do that." Like, it's tucked away. I don't care anymore, you know?
Alright. Then you're just like, mill your top 3 cards.
Right.
It's part of the reason why the new Jace is actually okay. Because a lot of these, the God type cards, he's actually really strong at countering those guys after the tuck. Get back to that page. Oh no, I was watching the Arena Boys and that Belzalot combo last night. It does not look good, but it does look fun.
Yeah.
But I realize you can't play ranked matches anymore, right? You're done with ranked matches for the season?
No, I can play
Never
ranked
again.
matches.
I forget, do they have a ranking after Platinum? They have Mythic? They don't, right? They just go up to 1.
It's just number.
Yeah, you just go down to number 1. If you can become the best.
Basically.
I can be the very best. That would put some highlight on your old stream there, buddy. Be like, number 1 mythic person, blah blah blah. That'd be an impressive feat.
Yeah. Yes,
Then I'd be hanging out on your stream all the time, trying to get people like, hey guys,
show your face, you ghost.
yeah, I play Magic the Gatherings too. So, Newegg, I don't know exactly what's going on. I suspect that something has just been released on the Apple because all of a sudden Newegg is like spamming people with things like I was curious to see if I could build a PC for less than the price of the new Apple Pro Display monitor stand. It's like I can. It includes a monitor, which comes with a stand and 2 free games. Oh, that must be what's going on. Because I saw somebody post, Ben posted a, posted a thing with like a $5,000 cup but didn't have a handle, and then like the handle was like another $100 or whatever, $1,000. That must be what it is.
Bless you.
Oh man, thank you. DDO bonus days is bringing us 10% heroic and epic XP through June 9th.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad. I'll take that.
Heck yeah.
So, I realize that this is going to take things in a political way, and I do apologize for those of you who are not interested in such things. But, Tlab, have you been paying attention to this, this Vox situation right now?
No. I tend to try to avoid Fox.
You try to avoid Vox?
Yeah, Fox.
No, Vox.
Oh, Vox?
Yeah.
VOX? Like
VOX.
Victor.
Yeah.
Victor Omaha xylophone?
Correct.
No, I have not heard that. What is
Alright, so, are you familiar with the name Steven Crowder?
it? No.
Alright, so Steven Crowder does what he considers a comedy show. He's conservative leaning comedian. He does a show called Louder with Crowder. It's got something like 4 million YouTube subscribers, something in that ballpark, right? Well, he does Vox rebuttals on not super often, but apparently fairly often. And the guy who's been doing the Vox stuff lately is a name called Carlos something. Can't think of his last name right now, but his Twitter handle is Gay Wonk. Right?
Gay Wong?
Wonk. W-O-N-K.
Gay Wonk. Okay.
And, you know, he's a very effeminate individual.
Okay.
And, so occasionally there are references in Crowder's videos like, you know, the Lipsy Latino from Vox or whatever, because it's the front person for the Vox videos, right?
Sure.
That
Sure.
Crowder is busy debunking. So this guy gets mad and complains to YouTube that this guy needs to be removed from the platform because he's making fun of him for his sexual orientation or whatever, right? But then the guy says he's not mad at Crowder for doing this, he's mad at YouTube for allowing it, right? Basically asking YouTube to kick him off.
Okay.
So then a couple of days later, YouTube investigates, decides that Crowder has not broken any of the terms and services agreements. He's following exactly in the in the guidelines that YouTube has provided. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy gets more mad, sends out more stuff. More tweets, more media, gets the pot stirred up some more. So then the other day, YouTube decided, even though the Steven Crowder does not stipulate getting removed from YouTube, they are going to demonetize his videos from now on. And of course, the guy's like, this is still not far enough. So he does want this guy removed from YouTube. And he's actively trying to do this. And YouTube is like, oh, well, we're going to remove him because he sells a t-shirt that some people can find offensive.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a t-shirt with Che Guevara, the butcher from Cuba, and he's got his hand out in a, I don't know, I think it's trying to make like a duck symbol, but it's probably something more degrading than that, or what. I don't know what the like. Again, to me, it looks like someone's trying to like make a shadow duck or something. And it says,
right.
Socialism is for figs. Right? So now YouTube, it's hilarious watching YouTube like double back on its things. It's like, well, this is fine, but unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is it fine or is it unacceptable? And it's to me, it's very amusing to watch this kind of stuff. And I didn't know if you had any kind of opinion on it.
I try to stay out of that kind of stuff. To me, it's squabbling, and I just don't have that kind of patience in my life for that kind of
Yeah, I don't know.
personal.
I'm intrigued by these kind of things. I like to watch what's going on and see where the public discourse is going for these kind of topics. But as a guy who literally tries to make money on YouTube right now, well, I mean, not really on YouTube, but on streams and stuff like that. If you like say something mocking, you know, like you and I just talked and you know, I made that "you'll never see me coming" joke. But if another visually impaired person like yourself were to take offense at that, I could lose my YouTube. Like,
right.
Oh, this guy. Which, again, it was not. I don't feel like the joke was necessarily harmful. Like, we were definitely pretty playful.
Oh yeah.
But these are the kind of things that worry me about trying to invest my future in YouTube. Which is why it's even more important in my mind.
And also, Isaac, yes, healthy chat or active chat is a healthy chat, and yeah, I don't care what I look like. I look the way I look, and
Oh man, I think you look good.
No, I think so.
I think you look okay. I mean,
I think so.
I don't
my
want to
wife
go
agrees.
swap spit in the shower, but you know, again, same thing. My wife would be a little annoyed at that, I think. You know what? Whatever. Screw it. Come on over. We'll swap spit in the shower. It's fine.
All right.
All right. I don't care. Close my eyes. It'll be fine. All of a sudden, this pulled pork is a totally different. Totally different. See, this is what I'm talking about. We can still have fun. We can still make jokes. We just have to work cleanly. A wink. All right, Ellery, give that lever a yank, would you, girl? You can go in attack mode. You can get dismissed. I don't think we're accidentally going to get murdered. Stop saying I don't care. It's kind of rude. Well, I don't care. He's allowed to feel how he feels. You can't complain about his feelings. They're his feelings.
Yeah, I feel the way I feel, homie. That's, you know.
Another person going on about the Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I need to get in. Need to check and see about the not beta per se, but the other thing. That's enough. Never enough. Never enough discourse. Master the art of inappropriate family-friendly jokes. I try, my friend. There's an awful lot of setup to make that joke happen. It's not easy. It's not easy being clever.
Being cheesy.
Oh, for schnizzle. I guess we'll take a ring to decon. I guess we'll take a tiara to decon. We'll take a the sweet hat. I'm not going to take a shield or a sword. I'll take the stick then. Next time I drop some money on DDO, it'll either be for Giant Hold or Falconry Tree. That's a tough... That is a really tough... Man, I have to really think about that for a minute. So Giant Hold is clutch. Like, you're not going to get a better... There they are. You're not going to get a better, like, set of packs at this level range to quest.
I would definitely do Giant Hold or Falconry Tree.
Yeah, but so here's the difference, though. With the Falconry Tree, I assume you're gonna get that through White Plume Mountain and other tales, right? Which is also very good. Like, I love those quests. Well, and the thing is that you'll have the Black Friday sales coming up relatively soon. I could not wait that long for Giant Hold or Falconry. But, right? Isn't it through?
I think they started selling them, the Falconry Tree separately. Like, you have to buy it anymore through the phone.
Isn't the Falconry there, though? Like, I can't imagine they would change the pack.
That is physically impossible, Isaac.
Oh, is there something crazy? Can you bite your own head off with your own teeth? I suppose you... There's probably a way.
I guess where there's a will, there's a way.
Right? Couldn't you theoretically make a machine out of your own teeth?
I mean,
And then wouldn't that machine be biting your... Like, if it was a biting machine, that you took your own teeth out and put the teeth in the biting machine?
I guess.
Right? Isn't that a super elaborate... I feel like there's a super elaborate way that you could probably do that. Alright, so, taking a look at it, White Plume Mountain bonus items, for 1,495 DDO points. Or you can get it for free with 700 free agents favor, which basically means doing all the free agent stuff on Elite, including the Titan Raid.
And that's a tough one.
I mean, it's not tough. We used to.
Well, no, the raid isn't tough.
It's
but...
tough to get people to do it.
Right, that's what I was.
So you could get it for free, or you can buy it separately for 495 DDO points. Giant Hold, on the other hand, let's not be crazy. The Giant Hold Adventure Pack is... $950. Well, so that $495 would be for all of your accounts, right? Across any of your servers.
Yes.
So yeah, you'll be. I mean, it's pretty good, and even like on this build, right? I've been talking about taking falconry stuff. So I'm thinking about taking the bird, obviously, because I have to. The 15 healing amp. 1 or 2 ruggeds just to be able to get to the sprint boost. Just to be able to grab this sprint boost, because the sprint boost would be so good. If there's a sale on points, you could just get both for 20 bucks. That's totally fair. That is totally fair. I'm not sure what the current sales are right now.
I mean, I would imagine that we're gonna get a double points sale pretty.
Let's see. It's saying store more, so storage is still on sale. I picked up some storage stuff for a little bit ago. Not bad. How are you today, Legion?
Good morning, Legion.
Checking that Facebook has not exploded yet. Alright, looks like it's still working. Still working. This is like a record, I think, for Facebook Live running for me. It would be insane if it worked for the whole stream. I'd be really pleased. If that's the case, that means I have to save this playlist, this open source playlist, and make this my go-to playlist for daytime streams. I don't think it killed the classical music stream yesterday, but it did die. Thought I would hang here for a while, replenishing our archives. Got the new terabyte hard drive today. Yeah, were you the one that was having problems yesterday? I can't remember. Yeah. Did you figure out what happened, or? We had a... Alright, I gotta... That song is got foul language in it. We don't want that. You got the disc head to spin, which was jammed. Okay, well there you go. Take it to a data recovery place. Yeah, some of those guys are real miracle workers. Let's just finger that guy, kill this guy, and then let's grab some mana real or some hit points real fast.
That is also one of my favorite quests.
Tor?
Yes.
I don't hate Tor. It's not on my short
like
list,
it.
but again, everyone knows that the quests that I like are the ones that I can feel like I circumvent with being smart or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's my favorite thing to do in pen and paper is just to have like these weird moments where I come up with this crazy way to get something done.
It's just a way to infuriate me. That's your favorite moment.
I mean, you have not been infuriated yet.
Yet. Give it time.
You don't know the Samius.
Give it time.
So there was a game that we did where this village had been taken over by, I forget what, evil something, right? So I talked the party into becoming traveling carnival and tricking the town into letting us in under the guise of being a traveling carnival. And we were able to infiltrate this town that had been taken over by something as the carnival. So we were like lion tamers and stuff like we had somebody could summon a lion and somebody could do other stuff, and it was amazing. It'll cost a couple $100, but worth it in the project to get you around. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would much rather take a $200 or $300 loss than a $3,000 loss. But that just shows you the importance of a backup redundancy. So, back at Great Plains, a company I used to work at for 5 or 6 years, I used to think it was weird. First of all, we had all of our masking was done through 3 different server locations, and the company was, I mean, it's not super tiny, but it's not big, you know. So we would have a we had a place here in Salina, and we had a place in Assyria, and we had another place in one of our other facilities. And every day, those would sync up with each other every hour, right? To clone important files across the 3 different servers. And of course, those are basically just based off of a on-change like command. It would sync up, and then every night we would have a deep storage backup, which would snapshot the servers and back that up to another server, And then we would take a snapshot of the servers every night and put them on another physical disk on another location. And I already remember thinking, man, that's insane, the amount of backup that we have. But then something weird happened, and we lost something mid backup, and we had to go to our reserve and like recovered like a whole bunch of stuff. But then the AS400, which is the big other database system that the other part of the company used, also had a problem, and they had to go to their tape backup, and it was brutal. They lost like a day worth, at least half a day worth of sales and stuff. It was brutal. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the importance of having good backup systems for work products. You never know when you're going to need to be able to go back to work products. Gabe is enjoying the video now. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you checking us out on Facebook. Of course, you can check us out at twitch.tv/SamusGarobo. That is the best place to watch the stream. If you don't test your backup, you don't have a backup. That's pretty true. I said we would use it every once, like go to backups for, oh, I messed up this file, I got to go back to the hourly backup or hourly archive or whatever and like restore it and blah blah blah. And I would use that a lot. But man, I did not. I don't know. Again, it was weird. Also, you need a cross train. Ooh, I didn't want him to die. Cross training for stuff is super important. So recently I heard that the individual who ran the AS400 backups and nightly procedures passed away suddenly in a car accident on his lunch break. So there was about 40 or 50 processes that nobody else in the company knew how to run. Including the nightly AS400 backups. Because this guy, one of his jobs was to take the nightly backups home with him. So nobody knew where the backups were. Nobody knew where the backups were. Nobody knew how to get a hold of them. They had to go through HR to find his house and talk to his landlord to get into his house. I think it was his landlord. Stop talking about this and talk about something interesting. Well, guess what? This is interesting to me and to some of the people in the chat right now, so sorry. Back during my AS400 or Atari 800 days with 5 1/4 inch floppy drives, I had backups of backups of backups. That's exactly it, man. Said I was never the big backup guy until I started seeing what it was like in that corporate situation. When suddenly something disappears and it's $100,000 mistake, you start worrying about your backups. Where are my res scrolls? I must think I'm so savage? No, not really. I'm just telling you, there's zero desire for me to cave to your demands, as you're not a subscriber. You're not a patron supporter. where some of the people that I'm talking to right now are. So you can of course change that at patreon.com/Samus. If you'd like to support the stream financially, then your opinion matters slightly more than it does now. That's how that works. This time you got an SSD external drive. The SATA seem to die more often. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I'll tell you, the thing that was like part of the catalyst for me no longer being at Great Plains came down to, remember how I talked about we had these massive backup systems? Well, one of the servers had a partial hard drive failure, so it would test fine.
Well, now Samus does appreciate you subscribing on YouTube, but he's talking about a monetary subscription.
Yes. You're appreciated. You're valued. But if I'm going to have a conversation with people who are sending me dollar bills, then it's going to happen. Because the stream, why free, is not free for me. My time and effort all cost me money. So anyway, we had a partial hard drive failure, and it was affecting the server hit rate, for whatever reason. Specifically, the web server. It was brutal. It was really brutal. It took us... Again, because the first thing we did was test the server, and the server was fine. And then we started checking individual hard drives, and things were working fine. But you had to go into like a really deep dive check. And no one could figure out what the heck was wrong with it. It was brutal. It was like a week and a half where the website was basically unusable. And you're talking about multi-million-dollar days in this particular... Alright, maybe not multi-million-dollar days, but usually like $1.5 million days. Going through the website tools. It was brutal. It was really, really brutal. And then we actually ended up catching it by pulling hard drives out one by one out of the SATA. Pulling them out one by one to check them physically. And it, we happened to pull one out to check it, and everything like turned back on. Everything went like and started running, and that was how we figured it out. It was crazy. Absolutely maddening. Can you play VR chat? It's free. I probably could. I probably will not. But I could. I think our we have two choices for our next game, and that's going to either be Three Kingdoms, or it'll be this Baldur's Gate. I really need to get my schedule adjusted into some other stuff, but I don't know, I'm hesitant to break too far away from DDO right now. The fan base is loyal and true, but a lot of these games that I want to kind of experiment with and move into, you know, even if all, you know, like 12 or 13, 20 of our loyal people come in to watch, we're still not going to be in the top 20 over there on these other games. So it's a matter of pulling people in. Some cool math games. So you want me to play more Factorio? I'm down. I like that. I like that. Some more Magic the Gathering. I don't know. I've been playing some Arena on again, off again. I did finish the Popper. That's what it was called. Last night. Man, that was a tough grind. Did you get through the Popper stuff, Talab?
Nope. Nope, didn't even try.
Man, it was a tough grind. Just because I mostly draft on Arena.
Right.
So the cards that I draft I had 4 ofs. But like decks that were really good didn't run a lot of those draft cards, so I had like 10 commons that I could draft. This is rough. This is not where I parked my car. Alright, yeah, I'll just go back. I quit playing Star Trek Online because of the event gaps for TFO coupons to get a tier 6 ship. They didn't give us enough time or tell us when it would be too late to start. So you're saying the marketing was a failure on Star Trek Online to be able to get big boy ships. I know, I considered playing Star Trek Online. It was one of the games that I thought about doing with the a-holes, but the a-holes were not interested. Instead, we have 2 people playing WoW. We have 2 people moved into Final Fantasy 14. I'm still playing DDO. We have 1 a-hole who doesn't have time to play video games anymore. His company is jerking him around, making him do a bunch of stuff someplace else, out of town. So yeah, the doing something fun like that has kind of become, I don't want to say out of the question, but unlikely. Try to get the big group of guys together. I don't know, I should probably take another crack at Pathfinder Kingmaker and see if I can't get it finished. The problem is that I was told it's been patched so hard that most of the pre-patch characters are broken. And the idea of starting back over again from level 1 just is heartbreaking. I still play War Robots from time to time, but it gets irritating quick. I mean, I feel that same way about Magic Arena.
Yeah, I'm playing Magic Arena right now, and I think I'm just about done.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. I just would like to... There's something... Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the decks I'm trying to put together. There's just something that's a little bit off with Arena of late. For me.
Yeah. My problem is I'm just seeing the same decks over and over again. And it's just getting the meta stale.
Well, I mean, what are you playing?
I'm playing Esper Control.
So what I'm hearing is, don't like the problem that you're part of.
No, I'm playing a very different version of Esper Control.
Oh, okay. think you should put together that that Demon Lord whatever build.
Yeah.
Then you'll fall out of Mythic hard and fast, and it'll be my fault.
The ad nauseum style one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be looking to do some more brewing again here pretty soon. I've been kicking around some partial ideas. I had a part of a list together that I was gonna send, but then I decided it was not done, and I don't know.
Man, I'm just plummeting. Like I need to just stop right now because I'm just plummeting. I started this morning at like 140 or 130, something like that, and I've dropped to 290.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, Lady Luck runs both ways, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really tempted to just like save up and assemble the mono white Gideon deck. If I decide I want to climb, I feel like it's probably the best deck for climbing.
I mean, mono red's probably the best deck for climbing.
I think there's
Takes 0 brain cells to run, and it's fast and furious. So
I think the white Gideon deck is similar, except people are not quite as ready for the Gideon deck. Like, everybody's ready for mono red. Everybody in their uncle has a plan. And like, I've been watching a lot of the Merchant stuff. I don't know how much you watch Merchant.
yeah, I watch them.
But like recently, a lot of his deck lists have been, oh man, this should beat up mono red real bad, and then he just gets crushed by random decks because he doesn't run into the. He never finds the mono red because, again, everybody's metagaming against mono red so hard. So when that metagame shifts back to balance, then mono red will have its time in the sun again.
Yeah.
But I do also like the idea of doing mono red with Chandra.
That's part of what I was using to grind up.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do mono red, I'm gonna use the new Chandra.
The deck is really good. It's just I don't like playing it because it just feels like I'm just clicking buttons. It's very just like I don't need to think about it. You know what I mean? Just like I'm gonna turn my creature sideways, and if they die, they die. I'm just gonna burn you to death anyways.
Well, that's the reason I think the mono white deck is good. You have some of that, but you also have some decision points to keep you interested. I don't know. What you're describing is the magic equivalent of playing a sorcerer, or not a sorcerer, a warlock. There's some decision points, but most of it's just turn your creature sideways. I don't know. It's. I really want to figure out some sort of Saheeli monstrosity thing using Saheeli and Sai. Fizzle Flop or whatever his name is will probably go in there.
Wow, so I just went to update my Pathfinder Kingmaker client.
Right.
It's 18.3 gigabytes.
Yeah, like I said, it's basically a different game from what I understand with all the patching.
Yeah. 18.3 gigabytes for an update.
Said they were literally saying that it's breaking things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll probably take a look at it. Thing is, I finally had a build in there that I liked, and it was a massive pain in the bum to get it to where I liked it. You know, it was one of those 2 of this class, 2 of that class, 1 of this class monstrosities.
Yeah.
And it finally kind of started coming online. Dual wielding kukris with crits and super fast attack bonus. Making things sneak attackable, blah blah blah. You know, it sounds like a DDO type build. And man, I don't remember exactly why I kind of took a break on it. I think it was I ran into a bug and I didn't know how to get through it. And then I was just totally screwed. Wouldn't it be cool if there were guild castles on floating rocks for huge guilds? I really like the airship idea. I would just like to see airship rooms. Like, I'd like to see private areas where I can put gear long term without having to store things in like shared banks. Like, I want a deep storage option that I don't have to stress out over. I don't have to worry about TR caches ending up in weird places or stuff like that.
How would you feel about Pathfinder Kingmaker adding Gunslinger in?
Oh, that'd probably be fine. I don't mind the ideas of gunslingers. I think they're a fun concept. My fantasy does not have to be sword and spell only. Like, for example, the other day I was listening to somebody talking about Magic and potential future sets, and someone's like, yeah, I don't know how you do a Wild West type Magic set. I'm like, it's easy. They just use wands instead of guns. Like, this is not rocket surgery, people.
Well, I mean, even then, I mean, there's all sorts of different planes in Magic. Why can't there be a Old West one where they have guns and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you could do it like that, but you just use wands.
You don't. I mean, use a gun. It's not that big of an issue.
I don't know. I like the idea of Wild West themed stuff, but using like a wand slinger. Standing Stone's game should make a boot heal game or a Gamma World. So, man, I don't know. I don't know if they have future projects on the map. I suspect that it is a sustain and grow wherever we can, not necessarily put out new games. Can I just detour here? No.
I mean, if they did, I would kind of hope that, like, me and you would get, like, alpha or something like that.
I don't know. It'd be fine, but I just, I don't know if they're at that point. Like, the last new game that they built lasted less than a week, right? Like, their MOBA, based off of the DC comics, or DC stuff, went up. I didn't even know that it was live, and I heard that it was down. And
wow.
The thing is that Tobrell and I were excited to play it, because we had been playing a lot of HOTS. And we were like, oh man. You know? And this was still Turbine at the time. Like, man, Turbine's pretty good at coming up with stuff that's fun and interesting. Like, I'm excited to try this. And I don't even think I knew that the game was... I mean, I think I probably heard that the game was live. But I didn't know that the game was live. And it was basically... like, the first thing I think I heard about it was... oh, the game's in trouble. Already, kind of situation. And then... It was dead.
Right.
I think that was a Warner Brothers trying to rush something into production before it was ready type situation.
Oh, there's also a arena code right now for a free pack.
Ooh.
1 billion.
1 billion.
1 billion.
You have to throw something in the chat room so I can remember to plug that in later.
Sure.
Might do some arena sometime today. I don't know. I'm gonna email that guy that I'm not selling. I'm not gonna be ready to sell on this weekend. I just don't have time to start going through my collection. I've got to with the pre-release this weekend. Continue
right.
Pika. Oh, so the reason I am still struggling with the Switch stuff is that the system that we currently have in place needs that software update. I just have not convinced myself that it's generating enough revenue to spend $40 on that one game, essentially. But it's not on the table still. Does that make sense? I just have not decided that that's the way we want to go. I mean, we have a few people in chat. I would love if people are available for a quick thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up if you're interested in console games and enjoying console games with me. Like I said, we have the Switch hooked up right here. I think we have the one of the Xboxes hooked up under here. The problem with the Xbox is we need new batteries in the controllers. The rechargeable controller lasts about 30 minutes right now. And I picked up a bunch of new ones, but we haven't tested them. So thumbs up on finishing like Let's Go Pikachu, or thumbs down. The reason I'm kind of curious is because I think that the Sword and Shield comes out at the end of the summer, and it looks kind of fun. It'll come out just in time for Remington to go back to school. Which means I'll keep this Switch here. Well, again, it would become a game where we played it once or twice a week.
And I got one of those mirrors of glamoring for my weekly roll. I don't even use those things.
I like them. I use them sometimes.
Yeah, I wish I could give it to you.
So, like, I have the 2 cosmetic razor winds. Every once in a while, I'll check the various cloaks that I pick up instead of just like the random gen ones.
Mm-hmm.
And if I find one that's sweet, obviously you can make a nice cosmetic with that. So, I mean, there's things.
Yeah, like I said, I wish I could give it to you, but I can't. So.
No, you'll just have to use it yourself. The only console we have is a Wii, and we never played anymore. Yeah.
I was like, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel you. The wife and I barely play console games anymore. I should move the Wii back out to the living room so she can at least play the Wii. One of the Wii sports game thing, or not Wii, but Switch sports games things that we have.
Yeah, I thought you could sell bound to account stuff on the Shard Exchange. So I was literally just gonna be like, all right, whoever's on Sarlona, I'm about to put this up on the Shard Exchange for one. Come and get it.
Yeah, but doesn't it cost like 3 shards to list?
So I'll lose money to get rid of it.
No. Just make it cosmetic. You can do it. You can do
Cool,
it.
bro.
There's a
Cool, bro.
cosmetic out there for you. That being said, I do have a character right now that has a bunch of cosmetic doodads. And
Doodads.
it all needs
And
combined.
thingamajigs.
Yeah. I saw that guy in your stream in one of the Pokemon streams. Who's that? Wow, that's a weird thing. I imagine you're probably talking about Remy. You probably saw Remy on stream one day. He was helping me kind of get the gist of Let's Go. We will think sometime this summer we will do a every so often I like to do a recap on Shining Force or a replay on Shining Force. And I think the next time we do, we'll get Remington in for the Shining Force helps. He's probably better at the game than I am, to be just perfectly honest. Like he remembers character stats and percentages and spells and stuff like. Why am I buffing? I'm not buffing or logging off. Alright, so I have literally nobody who, except for Isaac, say, yeah, let's get the $40 software to fix the Switch on the stream. Of course, that software would also work for other console games, not just the Pokemon Let's Go. So, I don't know. Again, if you guys think about it and you're like, you know what, yeah, let's add more console stuff, I would love to know. I'd love to get your thoughts on the matter. I'm not sold one way or the other. Yeah, I'd like to get people's input on that. Alright, everybody, with that, it is 2 o'clock. I'm going to bounce out of here. I'm going to get a little bit to eat. I'm going to grab the longest nap I can possibly get. And we'll be back by 7:30 for D&D tonight. For those of you who don't remember, every other Thursday is D&D night here on the stream. Tlab will be DMing, and he'll stream the DM side on his channel, Top Hat Tlab. I will, of course, be streaming the player's side. Shu, if he's here, which I don't know if he's going to be here or not, will probably be
Pretty sure he's gonna be gone.
Okay, I thought so too, but then I read a thing saying he would be here this week and gone next week, so I don't know. But anyway, we'll have Shu, we'll have Steiner, we'll have Nivman. I think Mike is planning on being back tonight. So with the exception of Shu, everybody should be back. It'll be a lot of fun. I just took level 2. We did that on the stream. We did that as the start of the stream last Thursday. We kind of got all that stuff processed. I'm excited. I'm really excited for level 3. We're going to have a really interesting decision point at level 3. So playing through this next couple of chunks is going to be really cool. Alright, everybody, with that, I hope you have a great day. Let's look and see if there's anybody else streaming some Dungeons & Dragons. I realized that we, of course, started getting people coming in just as it's time to go, but I am so tired. And, hungry. So, Butch DDO. Alright, well, Butch DDO. Let's go check out DDO. Butch DDO. Feel free to, you know, give a little bit of love and support there. Why can I not go back to my command line? There we go, this will work. /raid Butch DDO. Alright, everybody, much love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow if you can. If you get the opportunity to watch some ads and throw some biddies my way, I would deeply appreciate it. And yeah, toodles, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you tonight.
Later.